This is your sign, my friend. Something you've prayed for is about to arrive, so be ready. I wanted to give you this reminder today because maybe you've been dwelling in fear, maybe you've been dwelling in worry, or maybe anxiety. Sometimes we find ourselves in these lower states and we just need this reminder, hey, focus back on your goals. Focus back on what you've been aiming towards. Focus back on what you believe that is possible for you, because only that way you can water these seeds of incredible life you've planted. Proverb 3:5-6 says, "Trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." So, whatever you make out of this, what it means trust with all your heart that whatever you do, there is a higher power that helps you to make it happen. When you put all of yourself into these goals that you have, into this vision that you have, into this path that's in front of you, without allowing yourself to be distracted by all these meaningless things and impulses, you walk the path that's supported by whatever you believe in. Doesn't even matter. The point is that your energy stays pure and your attention keeps watering those seeds with right action, with moving forward, with pushing yourself through the process, and not allowing yourself to be misguided by fear. Whatever you do, your plans will take you there. Whatever you do, your plans will take you there. But sometimes when you don't have a plan, just move on and reorganize yourself so you don't allow these noises of your mind to pull you astray, and know that you can do it. So I know for myself, when I begin on that journey, what I'm doing now, sometimes I just needed a reminder to tell me, you got this. You will make it happen. And sometimes it was like, I have no idea how can I make it happen. I have no idea how this can happen. But I was looking for ways. And as long as you are moving forward and you just know that your prayers are being answered, when you walk in authenticity, you don't need to figure things out like what this real authenticity truly is. It's a practice, trial and error. It's just putting yourself out there and just, exploring. Talking about your goals instead of what's bothering you so much. Talking about your vision instead of depression or sadness or whatever. Not neglecting it or ignoring it, but not looking it at your God like your depression or your worry is actually your God, because it's controlling you, giving you orders like you should feel sorry for yourself, you should look at everything as being a victim of it. No, find something bigger than that. You can look up for it. So when it gets hard, you know what you're working on, and you know there is a power that is giving you a vital life force so you can make it happen, because it will not just improve your life, it will improve the life of everyone who will come across your path, right? So you need to stay pure in your heart. And when you get distracted by the mind, by the ego, you need to get back to your heart and find peace there. And you will not just discover it by, thinking about it. You need to go deep. You need to really take some good quality of time and exploring your heart. Like what is in this quietness of, what lays in the quietness of my heart and what drives me, like why I want to pursue this. When I'm making art, I want to make art because it inspires me so deeply. It's fused with spirit. It's bigger than me. I'm just making it happen. It moves through me. So you need to ask yourself what moves through you and how can you allow it to keep moving through you. When you go out and, spend time with people, can you be a channel for something that can move through you in the society? Can you provide something that can happen through you in that certain moment? Like when you see some people are suffering, can you bring some support there? Can you bring some kindness there? When you're working on that project, can you bring some skills into it? Like what are skills? You've been working for this. You've been shaping them, forming them, carry them. Right? You haven't done it for nothing. You've done it because it's valuable. Because it shaped you as a character. And therefore, whatever shaped you for a reason. And now you need to know that this reason can be helpful. Who you are today can be helpful to someone else. It can be meaningful and supportive to someone that will come across your path. Don't hold yourself back because you think you're not good enough. Pull yourself forward to show yourself that you are more than good enough. That you've been born for this. Look, if you feel inspired to start that project, go for it. You've been born for this. If you find an opportunity to help someone, look, maybe God put you into that position to be an angel for that person. If you find yourself suffering because you think your life is hard, well, maybe life put you there so you can learn to endure the pain. Because inside of that pain, you will find out how strong you are. And I know it may sound like general. Oh yeah, I've heard that. Well, you've heard it, but maybe you haven't used it. You haven't tapped into it. Go beneath the thoughts and find the feeling that says, I got this. I got this, because wherever I place my attention, that's what I will experience, nothing else. What my fear says to me, well, I don't care, because it has no power over me. I focus on whatever I choose to experience. And sure, maybe you will not experience it the way you see it right now, but have it as a goal. But allow life to surprise you, because it will. Allow life to surprise you, because it will surprise you. You must believe and not doubt. Because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea blown and toasted by the wind. James 1:6, right? You must believe, not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea blown and toasted by the wind. When you believe, you move like it already happened, right? When you believe, like when I start working on a painting, even though I sometimes have no idea how to paint it, I just believe that my hand will move as it should so that painting can come into existence. When you're suffering because of finances, no, you will move like money is already there. You will create the right moves. You will talk with the right people. The right people will come because you are moving towards them. You are searching for options. You are reading books. You're studying knowledge, and you're putting that knowledge into practice. You're going out, getting yourself into the field and trying options. So the universe is saying, how can you receive if you're not opening yourself to new opportunities. But if you're opening yourself to new opportunities, I will show you that it was worth it. If you're exposing yourself, right now you may think like, I want to do it, but it's so scary, but the universe is saying, hey, don't hold back anymore, because I will show you that it was worth it. Don't hold back anymore. Find the confidence within. Even if it doesn't feel realistic, find it within you. Hear it. Feel it. And know that this sense of confidence will strengthen every time you do what is scary. Every time you do what feels uncomfortable. Every time you expose yourself to your fears and you reflect on them and you do it anyway, it will strengthen. So whatever it is that you're working on right now, just know that wherever you place your attention, you're feeding it with your vital life force. Don't make your problems your God. Don't make your worries your God. Don't make your sadness or depression your God. Stop praising it. What you feel is real, but it's not your limitation. It's a stepping stone, you know that. And you don't overcome it by thinking about it. You overcome it by standing up, correcting your body posture, and setting your mind right. Like, let go of these thoughts for a moment and notice you can choose your goals. You can make some moves today. Spend more time with people with whom you can discuss goals, visions, ideas. If you don't find those kind of people, buy books from people who write about it. Find mentors. Surround yourself with information that will push you forward on your journey so you can pave a path that can inspire someone else to do something similar. Look, we all came here to be everything nature designed us to be. But so many of us then find comfort in this false sense of stability, like, I feel good here and I'm kind of satisfied with this. But all of that is fleeting. Eventually it becomes boring, and then, we embody this status quo where we just don't want to do anything special or anything at all, and we kind of lie to ourselves that we're okay. Well, inside we're dying. And that inner voice starts saying to us, hey, you need a change. You need a change. And it's when your soul starts speaking to you in a voice of inspiration. Like, you feel attracted to something that kind of lights you up. Why it happened? Well, because something inside you pulled you into a potential new direction. And then because, look, if you resonate with it, then there's something for you in it. And you need to ask yourself why this came to me at this moment. What can I get from here so I can change my life? And then apply it in your life, because you will notice, nature says if you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't use inspiration, you lose it. But if you use inspiration, you will start to feel more inspired and motivated. And then if you act upon this inspiration, motivation, well, what happens? You start building a momentum. And momentum is like, taking action with inspiration. Doing, like, when I feel inspired to make a painting, I need to start painting. But then the next day I need to work on this painting, and the next day, and then for the next few days I will be working on that painting. Sometimes for months. Sometimes I have few paintings that I'm working on them on and off for 2-3 years now. And, this is the momentum. Like, I'm not working on them all the time, but I have them in the back of my mind, Here and there I touch them, I add something up, the vision is coming together, and it's the momentum, right? But, if you don't do that, then nature says, universe says, well, this guy, this woman is not ready, so leave them where they are. Let them recycle all these troubles, and one day in the future, they will come back and ask for guidance, ask for inspiration. So why wait? Ask for clarity, ask for direction right now, ask for guidance. But then don't attach yourself to the idea how the guidance should come, like you should see an angel that will direct you perfectly clearly into a certain direction. No. It may be a book, it may be a word, it may be a song on the radio, it may be a number, it may be anything that you can associate with something that reminds you of what you should do. Sometimes you may see a butterfly that may remind you, hey, you should get out of the cocoon you're in right now. You need to use all the strength you can find within and break out of where you are. Because it will open you up to a whole new timeline of possibilities. You can't even imagine it right now. In the cocoon, you can't imagine what's outside of it. You can only think how scary the world outside of it is. And it is. Like, there's a lot of dangerous things. There's a lot of suffering outside. But hey, there's also a lot of beautiful things. And all this suffering can be transformed. And the way you taught yourself to transform your own suffering can be a light for someone who's suffering right now. And that's one of the reasons why maybe you needed to go through whatever you've been through. So ask for clarity. Ask for guidance. Ask for direction. But when you ask, you must believe, not doubt. Because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea blown and toasted by the wind. Remember that. Trust this process with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, as I mentioned at the beginning. Trust that understanding will unfold, that you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes you actually need to let go of what you know so the path can appear in front of you. You may think you know everything, so you may be like, it's not possible. How can you know it's not possible if you haven't experienced yet? Therefore, you don't have a memory of it. How can you judge it, right? The universe would say, or the God would say to you, trust me and I will show you a way. So you need to surrender yourself into alignment of what comes into your field. Like, when you feel inspired, when you feel an energetic impulse or sometimes intuitive impulse to do something, trust it with all your heart and do it and see where it will take you. Because I can only tell you, it took me to where I am right now. And because of that, I can say it works. So you need to test it. When the universe is testing you, it says, test me. Test my science. I'm not giving it just to entertain you. I'm giving them to you so you would test them. Because through testing, through trial and error, you will see what works. And life will only teach you how little you know. And that will expose you to your own ignorance. And that's what will open you up to wisdom that is present to you in new experiences. That's what will make you grow. That's what will bring abundance into your life. Because you will notice how limited you were before by your own ideas and kind of understandings that were so limited. You deserve so much more. And all these goals that you have, all these dreams that you have, visions that you have, well, go for them. They are there for a reason. You feel them for a reason. They've been planted into your soul for a reason, because they can not just transform your life, they can transform the world through you. And you should believe what you feel. You should follow these deep thoughts that inspire you to be more than you are right now. So my friends, I hope you found great value in today's message. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Thanks to everyone for supporting my art in our store, AttractPassion.com, and its store, I Draw My Passion. With that, you're supporting this mission so we can keep going, giving you messages every single day. Thank you so much for that, and till next time, one love.